Grant Gustin as the DCU's Flash? Let's talk about it.
This is gonna come from me. Be the change I couldn't be. Can't find a life just like fairy tales. Fall from this tragedy.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Dark now. And today we got a special video, man. Something very special to my heart about the Flash, okay? Grant Gustin's Flash, okay? There's been some online discussion about whether or not he should play the Flash in the DCU because recently, I guess he was asked in some kind of interview or something and about who he would play in the DCU, and he said the Flash because, like, it's only right. I mean, that's who he played in the CW Arrowverse, and that's his character. He loves his character, and he's loyal to the Flash. So I think it would be crazy if he did play the Flash, okay? I have some minor nitpicks about it, and there are some issues that could be, that could happen because of it, but I do think it would be cool. It would have to make sense though. It would have to make sense. As far as the Flash series goes though, it was iconic. I think the Flash series is iconic. It has a lot of, funny moments, cool moments, terrible moments. I think the Flash show is just honestly, it's just one big mess, but there is some gems in there, bro. Like seasons like 1 and 2 are just, bro, fantastic. Like, I think my favorite season of Flash is 1, but 2 has some crazy moments too, man. Like, with Zoom and Reverse Flash in season 1, like, bro, some of the coolest scenes are in that show. And I guess after that, it just kind of declined. It just got worse and worse and worse. I was a loyal fan though. I kept watching. I did stop watching though at, like, I think the season, season, I think 7 or something like that. I stopped watching. I caught up with, like, clips and things like that, but I did end up finishing it once it ended all together because I was like, okay, I gotta just finish this now. And it was time for it to end, bro. Like, it had going on too long. A lot of the characters just became, in my opinion, just like parodies of their former selves. Even Barry. It just became ridiculous, and it had to stop. And I think they saw that and they ended it, which was the right thing to do because it was time to bury that show. It was time to bury that show, man. If you watched Flash, you would know it was time to bury it. Okay. So nowadays, I think most fans look back at it with a smile on their face. Like, we all pretty much like look at it as like, this is an iconic show, even the good and the bad. And people, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I like to say most people love Grant Gustin's Flash. Like, people really loved his performance as Grant Gustin as the Flash. He had a cool suit too. Look at his suit. I think he was just kind of like, the writers pretty much tore him apart. Like, the writers tore his character apart towards the end. But if you watch the Flash season like 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 has some good stuff too. Like, great. He's great, man. Grant Gustin is great. Okay. Now let's talk about if he was in the DCU. Okay, because this would be crazy. Okay. I think most fans would love his inclusion, but I also think that a lot of fans wouldn't, due to the fact that his series was just so all over the place. But people tend to, like, forget about the actor's performance aside from the series. Okay. Look at, like, Andrew Garfield, for example, from Spider-Man, right? I think Andrew Garfield was an amazing Spider-Man, no pun intended. I think he was an amazing Spider-Man, right? But his writing for his movies just weren't that great, and it kind of gave people a bad taste in their mouth. And, like, people just look back at those movies now like, oh, Andrew Garfield was trash. Andrew Garfield movies sucked. But look, when No Way Home came out, who was everyone saying had the best performance? Andrew Garfield. So I think if somehow Grant Gustin got another chance to be the Flash in a good setting, in a good, like, in a good setting for a movie or something, he could really just shine and, like, act his balls off, bro. I think people will like it. People will like it a lot. Now, the other thing is, it will have to be explained really well how he even got to the DCU, because we haven't even touched on that basis yet. How would he even get there? Like, how would it make sense? Okay, he's in the Arrowverse, so how would that make sense? It would have to be some really good writing for it to make sense, because it doesn't. I don't know if they want to do like a crossover or something, or a universal movie thing, or I don't know what they do, like multiverse type crap, that the MCU is doing all this mumbo jumbo. But if it made sense, which I don't see it making sense, I don't see how it could happen. It would be cool. Okay, I'd be down with it. But I just feel like it shouldn't happen though, because it wouldn't make sense. It's just that simple. So this is a a fantasy at this point. You know, this would never happen. It's not gonna happen ever. And this is best to just be left as a fantasy and like a what if type thing, you know. But would I like it? Sure. I mean, it's fun. But in terms of like keeping a cohesive, consistent universe that James Gunn is going for, that's like, you know, mostly new actors and new characters, it's better to just do that. Just hire a new Flash, you know, brand new face, new suit and everything, and, you know, just go from there. But man, that's it for me, man. Okay, short video. Grant Gustin as a Flash, cool, but it shouldn't happen. I would like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. I like it a lot, but it should not happen. It wouldn't make sense. Okay, so like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on this, man. Would you want Grant Gustin as the Flash in the DCU? I don't know like how it makes sense, but if it made sense, would you want it? And yeah, man, let me know down below. And that's it for me. I'm out.
Question.